Welcome back to Live at the Hive. I'm Janice Jokkel, your host, and I am super pumped to have our next guest today. She has just made an amazing legacy, at least in my eyes. She'll tell us probably otherwise, but in my eyes, I have been watching her journey and so much an admirer of you and what you have done to forge a way for women to make an impact where people didn't think they could.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Thank you. What you do.
So I'm in real estate investing,
Yes.
and my niche is that I teach people how to invest in real estate. And so I started this journey. I started my real estate investing journey about 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
My daughter was about a year, and I knew that there was more to life than going to work, seeing my kids for a couple hours, and going to bed. So I wanted to create a life that I could be proud of, that I could show my kids, this is how life should be. And so I up and quit my corporate job and jumped all into real estate. And been investing for, like I said, about 7 years. I've been coaching. I think I'm going on year 4 now.
Wow.
So it's been a journey. It's been, there's a lot of trial and error, and, there's been hardships, and then there's been the upsides of things. I share my journey with a lot of people because I wish that I would have had somebody to do that with me when I started raising a family and trying to build this business on my own, because it's a lot. It's a lot,
It's lonely.
It is. It really is.
I know that.
Yes.
Very well, I know that. For 20 years, I know that.
Yes. It is. It's crazy because it's, you have, not everybody gets it, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to build a legacy, you're trying to build this business and raise a family at the same time, and not everybody gets that, There's a lot of people that they, just like I did, they go to work, they think this is it, and, it's funny because I was driving by a golf course the other day, and I thought, I saw a lot of these guys golfing, and I thought, oh, they must be a lot of retired guys. And then I started thinking, and I was like, that is what some people truly look forward to their entire lives is, I'm going to work my whole life until I'm, older, and I can retire, and I can golf, or I can travel, or whatever. And I thought, why doesn't everybody have that mindset that do it now?
Yeah.
Do it now when you're young, and, and you can do these things. Tomorrow's never promised. You have no idea if you're going to make it to that retirement age and be able to do those things.
Yeah, that's funny because, as an entrepreneur and a leader, oftentimes people don't see our vision. They just say, you're not making it. Go get a job, go get that job that you used to make 6 figures and go do that again. Well, my heart isn't there anymore, right? And when you don't have that support system, it's a lonely journey.
It
right?
really is.
But when you have a support system that's behind you and you build your tribe, which you have an amazing tribe, by the way. I didn't know those tribe members.
Yes.
You have an amazing tribe. And so it doesn't have to be that lonely. And you don't have to have that corporate job walk all your life. You get a choice, And what we both probably know is that taking a leap of faith and just doing it, you can always go get that job again. But if you don't try, you can die tomorrow and you never have tried, right? And
exactly.
So with that trying thing, you took a leap of faith and you did something pretty special. What's on that table?
Yeah, so back in January, I finally published a book. I wrote my book. So it's called Wake Up Wealthy. And I'll be honest, if I didn't have the support of my husband, Steve, I would have never, ever completed this. But he's the one that pushed me to do it, and he was there the entire time that I was writing it. I remember we were going on a trip, and I had to do one final edit. And I mean, I had read my book probably 5 times to edit it. And he was driving and he's like, I'm driving the whole time. You're going to sit there and do the final edit. You know, he was there to push me. So it was awesome.
That's awesome. That's good.
But yeah, so it's all about my journey to become an entrepreneur as I'm raising, you know, children and building that for them. It's really about how to build a business with real estate investing where it's not just a hobby like everybody, you know, tries to think it is.
Side hustle.
Yeah, exactly. A side hustle. Yes, exactly. You know, real estate investing is not what HGTV makes it out to be.
No.
So I do get pretty open and pretty raw in the book. And, you know, it's not for everybody, but I do think that at some point, everybody should invest in real estate one way or another. And the reason I say that is because there's so many different ways to get involved. There's passive ways where you're literally not doing anything. There's the down and dirty where you're doing the work. There's in between. There are so many different ways. You know, there's a lot of people that do the Airbnb model now, you know, and they love it and they're very successful. So there's no right or wrong way to invest in real estate. But the best part about it is that, you know, I'm able to be there for my kids. I get a lot of moms that come to me and they say, I can't be a stay-at-home mom. I need to have some sort of worth. I need to make my own money, but I've got babies at home and I don't know how to make this happen. So I work with a lot of them and it is amazing to see their journey.
Yeah.
I've got one mom, she just had her son in February, and literally a week later she was on our coaching calls and everything, buying more houses. I'm like, man, like you're my hero, because after I had my kids, I took some time off. But
how much your portfolio, what is your portfolio? How many?
So right now I've got about 40 some doors. And they're all residential. I don't do commercial. That's just a personal choice. There's no right or wrong answer to it. But I do all residential and I love it. I love what I do. But I love teaching. It's really my passion. In fact, somebody had said to me, you know, I was at a mastermind and we were talking about if what you wanted to do when you were little, is that what you're doing now, or what was it? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never, I had no interest in real estate and this and that. And somebody turned to me and said, well, but did you enjoy teaching? Did you ever want to be a teacher? And I said, actually, yes, most of my life, that was a big thought of mine, that I wanted to be a teacher. But then I went to school and realized I don't want to be around a bunch of kids all day. I love my kids, but you know, having a classroom of 30 kids it's a lot.
Yeah.
And so somebody said, but you are teaching, you know, and that is exactly what you thought you wanted to do when you were younger. It's just in a different
capacity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I love it. I love watching people succeed. I love being there to help people, and just, you know, really seeing them hit their goals and being able to be there for their family. I'm a very family-oriented person. My kids basically go everywhere with me. And
speaking of which,
yes,
we're gonna pull an audible. Come on the camera. Let's see you.
Rula loves being on camera, so of course she'd be the first to get up.
This is a first time occurrence that we bring kids to work. And, you know, when I said, hey, I would be honored to have you on my show, and she goes, I need to find a babysitter. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Yep,
so what's your name?
Rula.
Rula, okay. What's your name? Finn. Well, thank you for letting me borrow your mom for just a little bit. I appreciate that. So, what legacy are you going to leave?
So the legacy that I plan on leaving is I want my kids to be taken care of. Not necessarily just in a monetary sense, but I want them to know and understand how to do things for themselves. You know, I think back to when I was in school and they don't teach you how to do life.
No,
right?
They don't.
So every day we're teaching them how to do life, how to handle certain situations, but also how to be a good person and give back. And I think that is one of the biggest things that we teach them is no matter what you do in life, make sure that you always take care of other people. and, be a leader. Don't be a follower, because that's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah.
But
those were my words to my kids that are adults now. Every day we got out of the car, when I dropped them off at school, okay, be a leader, not a follower.
Yep, exactly. So, and they've been awesome. They do a lot of things with us. Finn was just there with us at Brunswick High School giving away the Walbolt Family Scholarship. He got on stage in front of a few hundred people and handed out that scholarship.
Aww, that's
Rula does a lot of
special.
videos for
Yeah.
us, and so they get it. They know how you have to work for money. Nothing's handed to you in life, and they truly, I think, at such a young age, understand that concept of, you have to work for things in life, but then also you take care of people. You always make sure everybody's taken care of.
Yeah. So share with our viewers today, because the show is called Life at the Hive, Words of Wisdom. So what words of wisdom would you like to share with our viewers?
If you have a passion, never give up. And I think the biggest thing is, don't listen to the negativity. I was somebody that I went to college, but I went to 3 different colleges. I never graduated. I don't have a degree.
Me either, baby.
All right, yeah. See? And I was told by so many people, especially those that were close to me, that I made the biggest mistake of my life, and that basically I'd never amount to anything. I had a lot of negativity. And for a long time, I believed that, and I thought, okay, there's that set life. You grow up, you go to college, you get a degree, and you go work, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I always knew that I had some sort of different thinking, and it wasn't until, I was in my late 20s, I guess, that I really realized that, it doesn't matter what everybody else says. It matters what I want, and I will do whatever it takes to get the life that I want. And I'm by no means satisfied. It's not that I've reached that by any means, but I have that life where if they ask me to go to their school and be a part of something, I don't have to get permission from somebody.
Yeah.
I'm able to do that. So,
Yeah.
I have a quote in my book that I love. It's hanging above my office, or above my desk in my office. It's been there for years, and it's hustle until your haters ask if you're hiring.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yep, and I live by that, because I can't tell you how many people told me you'll never make it.
Oh,
So.
wow. Well, thank you. I am so honored to have you too, and I'm
Absolutely.
so happy that you brought your kids.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
all
you.
about sharing family, because you know what? You're right. I walked that same journey, didn't graduate, had the corporate hustle, got fired, started Romp and Stomp. Nobody said, oh, that's a stupid business. Well, it lasted 15 years until I didn't have a lease anymore. Biz Hive came about. And so, it's funny because, all the negativity mindset is a real thing, and it will stop you if you allow it.
Yep.
And imposter syndrome and all that garbage. So, it's not garbage, it's real, and what I know is that when you go after something and you are tenacious, nobody can stop you.
Exactly.
It's the negativity in your head that allows that to happen. So thank you. Thank you very much for coming. I know you're
Thank
a busy
you.
person, and you've chosen us to spend your morning with. So until next time, we have an amazing guest coming up next week, and I am honored every week that they take time out of their busy day to come and speak to and share their words of wisdom. So until then, toodles.
Toodles.